I picked up a 4K TV at Hard Off for just $6 US. The problem? This aurora-like display glitch. It's actually pretty common on TVs from this era. Let's see if we can fix it. Stay with me. Welcome to Tokyo PC Clinic. I'm at Hard Off in Iruma-Fujisawa. Back when I lived in Saitama, this was one of my regular spots. They always have great stuff. Whenever I'm nearby, I always stop in. Now, the first place I check is not the junk corner. I always start near the register. That's where the freshest items are. This store has an insane amount of junk. Honestly, I love the vibe of all these powered-on PCs just sitting there. There are some PCs here I would have jumped on back in the day. But then, I spotted something right away. A junk TV. 2020 model, $6 US. Unbelievable. Okay, I need to calm down and think clearly. So let me switch up the music. When you find something good, that's exactly when you need to stay rational. The second TV here is newer, so let's check that one first. I plugged it in using a figure-8 power cable. All right, we're ready. Powering on. Oh! The moment I saw that aurora effect on screen, I knew I'd won. This TV is coming home with me. I went to the register right away. Now I was actually running behind schedule. My wife and kids were waiting in the car and they were not happy. I had to wrap things up fast. It was a 55-inch TV, but it barely fit in the car. Phew. I drove home carefully. Anyway, I made it home. I let the TV sit in the car for about 3 days, letting it age, you could say. Time to take it out. This place is a townhouse, so there's only one way to get the car in. Living in Tokyo is tough. I'm actually moving this spring to an even smaller place. Finally got it out. This is the Regza 55M530X. Regza is a Japanese TV brand originally by Toshiba. It used to be known for good picture quality and reliability in Japan, but now the TV business is owned by Hisense. When I press the Netflix button, yep, there it is. Just like the tag said, a pure aurora-like image, nothing else. Yeah, this is exactly what they were describing. All right, let's open it up. First step, remove the stand. You'll need to remove the stand before disassembling. It's designed to come off easily, useful for wall mounting too. Whoa, this thing is covered in oil. I didn't notice at first, but it's definitely oil, not moisture. Looks like the previous owner sprayed something in through the holes around here. Probably contact cleaner. I've tried that myself before. For this kind of issue, it does absolutely nothing. I get that they wanted to try whatever they could, Mickey, but honestly, it just made more of a mess. Inside, it's actually pretty simple. This is the power unit. Don't touch it, you could short something. Over here is the main board. It handles video processing and display control. And in the middle, this is the T-Con board. It sends the video signal to the display. That's what we're going to work on today. Same method I always use. There are two connectors here. The first step is to disconnect them one at a time and boot the TV separately with each one. Let's start by pulling the left cable first. Lift the latch with your fingernail and it comes right off. The flat cable pulls out like this. Easy. Oh wow, this is so sticky. That's not great. Reattached the stand and powered it on. No good. This side doesn't work. Let's swap the cable and try the other side. And look at the top right corner. Tokyo MX is showing. Netflix text is displaying fine too, so the second cable is working perfectly, which means the first cable, or rather the signal coming through it, is the problem. That's where we need to focus. The fix is simple. Block the bad signal. The cable we just confirmed is fine stays connected. The faulty one, we're going to interrupt its signal. I've removed the flat cable. The method to block the signal is surprisingly simple. All you need is some regular tape. Cut a thin strip with scissors. Any kind of tape works, just go as thin as possible. This flat cable has many pins and we don't know which one is causing the bad signal. He seems to lack focus. Yeah, that's me. Start from one end and work your way across. Reinsert the cable with the tape applied and power it on. Still not working. Let's try again. I colored the tape with a marker so it's easier to see where I've been, shifting the position slightly and powering on again. Interesting, something's changing. It looked like the image was moving for a second there. Wait, it's getting cleaner over time. Let me keep going. Move the tape position again. Still some horizontal lines, but we're getting close. This really takes patience. Pull it out, put it back, repeat. Oh! Hey, if this method is helping you, please hit that like button and subscribe. I really want more people to know about this technique. So many TVs and so many people can be saved this way. And we got it. A clean image. Getting this TV for just $6 US. Honestly, I got lucky. Now let me explain why blocking that pin actually worked. Remember the T-Con board I showed you earlier? The T-Con sends horizontal row signals to the display. To cover all rows efficiently, it uses two separate output channels. Think of the back panel like this. Output 1 and output 2 send the same signal to the display simultaneously. Under normal conditions, the display responds instantly and the image looks perfect. But if output 1 and output 2 start sending different signals, one of them becomes noise. And that noise is what creates the aurora effect on screen. In this case, output 2 had the noise, so we blocked it. When one channel is cut, the TV automatically compensates using the remaining one. That said, it's not running at 100%. If you look closely, you might notice some slight color banding, but for everyday use, it's completely fine. The repair is done, and the picture looks great. Something that was basically trash is now fully working again. This is definitely a technique worth knowing. I've gotten tons of comments from past videos saying this method worked for me. Personally, I've only fixed about 5 TVs this way, but I plan to keep finding more. I cleaned up the oil on the back panel with dish soap. Came off perfectly. Total cost, $6 US for the TV. Repair cost, $0. $6 US for a working 4K TV. Today was a big win, so I treated myself to Uber Eats for lunch. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe. See you next time.